Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B plus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking at it.
Truth is the first casualty of war. Beginning with the Sanchas and their incursions into the known space through wormholes allow for new theories. Excerpt from a working paper by the Academic Cartography Institute in collaboration with EDENCOM. This thesis is based on the rules of the theory about breaks in the space-time continuum of Professor Alfvén. It is assumed that the energy is transferred to a currently unknown source, which leads to the effect of space-time distortion or an increase in the time frame Zulu. First analysis clearly show that this must be time entanglement in the range of a few seconds up to a few minutes. The analysis of sensor data of the Sun in Triglavian affected areas suggests a shift in multidimensional space. Through this space-time curvature, the coronal mass ejection no longer takes place as usual in multidimensional space, but is entangled, which suggests an energy transfer via some kind of transmitter. Similar to a break in the space-time, energy is transferred to an unknown location, which leads to a space-time distortion according to our assumptions or an increase in the time frame of Zulu. First analysis clearly show that this must be a time entanglement ranging from a few seconds to a few minutes. Expedition troops of the Sister of Eve flew through known routes to the old star systems, but upon arriving at the exact coordinates they found nothing but empty space before them. First measuring probes, which were anchored in space, disappeared with time and reappeared in the Triglavian area after some time. First analysis of the space-time entanglement and the data comparison with the suspended probes clearly show a shift in the time axis, but with an unknown distortion pattern. The stabilization of these time anomalies could be tuned with the help of the Sisters of Eve, but the exploration seems to be limited to isolated areas and would also require massive use of resources since the jump drive has been invented and also the warp. But the warping into the remote star systems is connected with an immense time expenditure. Likewise, a backdoor mechanism in the FTL communication was determined, which is probably to be ascribed to the Triglavians, as it allows to immediately recognize these deep space explorations. This kind of information is crucial for thwarting or delaying further actions from their side. Open new Eden newsfeed. EDENCOM does not agree with the presumed temporal hijacking of the solar systems and uses all means at their disposal to restore these solar systems and their population to their usual state. At the same time, analysis of the incapacitated Triglavian ships led us to assume a break in the temporal time axis, which would suggest that the Triglavian ships could be echoes from different time epochs or axes. These space-time anomalies and the latest reports of the current conditions suggest that this is a temporal experiment, whose effects are felt in all dimensions known to us. Where this event has its origin is irrelevant in this respect, since the break of the space-time structure is imminent and is part of the problem. First results. This temporal time disconvergence shows a fractal pattern, which probably could be an energy source for the Triglavian ships at the same time. However, we cannot make any concrete statements until this is officially confirmed, and we work together on a solution to restore the space-time rupture. Finally, it should be mentioned that the current experience of space-time is only an echo, or rather an alternative solution of what we would define as reality. Please note that this information is also contained in a space-time break and also isn't available for outside alternative timelines. Therefore, as so often in the past, the future of New Eden is in our hands.
What are you waiting for? Is the defense of Eve not worth anything to you? EDENCOM Defensive Initiative. What are you waiting for? We are all in.
Treten Sie jetzt der EDENCOM Defensive Initiative bei und seien Sie Teil der Action zur Wiederherstellung von EVE Online. Worauf wartest du, Pilot?